Hey guys, Kazna here, and welcome back to my Twitch stream summary. This one is for the 8th of January, Monday night. We'll start off with, I got to the 9th of August, which is 3 days before the start of the season. We spent 7 hours doing the transfer window, and we're nowhere near close to being finished. These are the released players from last year, the ones that contracts expired. No real surprises there at all. Hernandez, it was not as good as he should have been. Bruno Silva's just surplus to requirements now, despite having 2 good seasons for me. I just don't think he's going to do the same in that division, so I've just let him go. Yeah, and first team ball winning midfielder from last year has gone on a free. Just wasn't. He's 32. I never planned to keep him for longer than 1 season. The big lad, ID Koulibaly, the 6'8" guy, he's gone as well now. So they're the players that have been released. My current transfer activity so far looks like just sort by paid transfer fee. I've sold £1 million worth so far. Loaned out Masker for his full wage. Couldn't sell him, so I just loaned him out for his full wage, 3.8k. So it's his last year of contract, so that's okay. So he's gone. He's gone, but that wage is gone. I had 200,000 total fee for João Oliveira, the first team right back last year, which is great. 20k a month, so it's his full wage, which is only 1.3k, but 20k a month, which is really nice. So that'll help me finances as the season goes on. Dennis Martins, who came back into one of the centre backs that came back into the first team last season, I got 32k for him. He did great for over 2 years, considering his attributes. If you look at his attributes, like, they're nothing good at all, really. But consider and look at his average rating in the 3rd division and the 2nd division. It's pretty darn good. Helped me get 2 promotions. Liberal, who I had 2 seasons ago and then loaned out. I got 40k for him. I was surprised I got 40k. I don't know why, and it was a 2nd division Spanish team. No idea. He didn't score a single goal for me, and then loaned him out, and he did crap there as well. So yeah, happily take the 40k. Gomez, the centre back that played terrible, that Martins ended up replacing. I got 60,000 for him, which was great. I signed him. He did absolutely awful. One of the worst centre backs I've ever had. I then loaned him out for the second half of the season, and then got 60k. So I'm over the moon with that one. And he looks like he's doing terrible for them as well in the French 2nd division. 6.4. Highly recommend you never buy this player. Really, really bad. So I got 60k for him. Caetano, one of the stars in the promotions over the last couple of years, I got £63,000 for. Again, just not attributes aren't going to translate very well to the top division. Did great. Not so much in the 2nd division, but in the 3rd division, he was one of my best players. Probably the best player. In the 3rd tier. But yeah, I got myself £63,000, so I'll take that every day of the week. Jibril Dib, the backup AMC from last year. I got £80,000 for him. He did solid for me as like a backup player. 23 subs, 5 goals and 1 assist is a pretty decent return considering the minutes he played. I got £80,000 for him, so that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Chuffed with that one. Chris Undu, again, ball winning midfielder, but that I've had for a few years. I had for 2 seasons. Did great in the 3rd division, was back up in the 2nd division. Got £80,000 for him from a 4th tier team. Absolutely perfect. More than I could have asked for. Jonathan Toro, the Honduras international, that was playing AMC for me last season, first team. Pretty decent player. But yeah, he did well. He didn't do that great in the first half of last season. But second half of last season, he was instrumental to me making sure I won the title. Yeah, I think he had 1 goal and 2 assists at the halfway stage, and ended up with 7 and 6. Just shows you how good he became towards the end. I got 120k for him, and he's now earning £18,000 in Spain. So good for him. That's crazy. And then I sold my only youth intake player that came through in the first season. I sold him for 350k. I felt like I couldn't say no to the money. Yes, he's got loads of potential, but he just wasn't developing quick enough. It was very, very slow. It was very, very slow. And I got 250k up front, 100k in 12 months' time for him. And he played like literally no football in the second division. If I was still slowly getting myself promoted, he probably would be playing if I was still in the third division or the fourth tier. But no, I'm getting promoted too quick, and I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time or money to invest in him. So I got as much as I possibly can. His guide value was a cap of 170k, so I got double his guide value. So I'm happy with that. That's really helped me finances in terms of my transfer budget and my wage budget for the transfer deals I've done. So that's a shame that I had to let him go, but at the same being homegrown and stuff. Wrong one. He was even born in Sintrense as well, so he's even born in the club. He's even born in the town that the club's based, and he's a supporter and stuff. So it's a shame, but oh well. It needs must. In terms of players signed, I'll start at the bottom. I got Maldini Kakori, who's an Arsenal youngster who's now at Villa. I got him on loan as a backup centre back. Great physicals. There is some good ones and some bad ones in the rest of his attributes. But I'm only paying 10% of his wage, so £240 a week as backup. He's on a squad player playing time for his loan. And he's also, he's got a year contract extension, but he's technically on his last year of contract at Aston Villa. So if he does well, maybe I could get him on a free at the end of the year. We'll see. Guillaume Victor, a new right back. This guy's replacing Oliveira, so he's my new first team right back this season. 19 years old, 2.5k wage, Barcelona youngster. Loads of potential and good current ability, so I'm really happy about that. Resolute as well, so his attributes should fly up to fill that potential. So I'm looking forward to him. Firmin Segers from Ghent. This is not Segers, Sleggers. Firmin Sleggers. He's a new gen. I haven't put his face. I haven't given him a face yet, but he will get a face eventually. Fairly ambitious. Some nice looking attributes. Nice potential. Only 18 years old, completely free. Played for Ghent last season and did well. So he's got a full season of first team under his belt so far. No minimum fee on him either. Hopefully, I've got him on squad player contract, so hopefully I can get him to develop quite nicely. Should be interesting. He has played 2 cup games and scored twice and got 1 assist, which was amazing because he was playing in a team with great players. This is the League Cup in Portugal, and it starts in the pre-season, and I had no players. I had to put great players on the team, and he still managed to score 2 and assist 1. So maybe there's a player here. Maybe we can nurture him, but he's a squad player, so it can take me time. Because he's only 18 for the first few months of the season, I'm likely just going to let him play under-19s football just for the first couple of months, and then maybe when it gets to November, he can come into the first team. That's the idea. But we'll see how that goes. Ronnie Lopez on a free for the advanced playmaker that I play on the right side. He is injury prone, so I do need a really good backup for him, but I don't think I could say no to his quality. I think he'd be really good for that playmaker role, like really good like passing and vision and really good technicals, good execution. Doesn't really need the pace for that advanced playmaker role, but he does kind of need this stuff. So he's still got that going for him. 2-year contract, 5k week. He's got a minimum fee of clubs in Champions League of £1 million. Maybe after a year I could sell him for close to £1 million. That would be amazing. Get one good year out of him and then move him on. But yeah, because of the injury prone, I do need a really good backup. I do not have that backup yet, but I do need a really good backup. I'm biding my time for that. So hopefully I can get some good stuff out of him. Leo Weinkauf is my new goalkeeper. He wasn't the first one that I wanted. He wasn't the first choice that I wanted to sign for goalkeeper, but I do still think he's good enough. 15 plus professionalism, 30 years old, 4-star current ability for me, for my level. He's got all the basic stuff that he needs. I think he might be quite solid. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to him. Jibril Sumar on a free transfer. This guy is some depth for the defensive midfield roles. The ball winning midfielder, and the segundo volante attack. He's basically just backup. Only 2k wage, only 23 years old. There's growth in him. Some good and some nice pros with the consistency in big matches. Just some solid depth. I don't know what sort of role he's going to play for the team, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Usama Shili. This is a left back backup. I've got him on a squad player contract, 3k wage. He's 29 years old, so he's a little older than I would have liked, but I think he will be pretty good for that inverted wing back. He doesn't have any runs with ball down left because he's playing the inverted wing back, so that's pretty good. So I think he'd be pretty solid. He's probably going to start as the starting left back because I don't have the first teamer yet. I haven't signed the first teamer, so he will be playing the first couple of games before we sign someone before deadline day. But I think he'll be pretty good. If I'd signed him on a first team contract, like a regular starter or better, I wouldn't have been too happy with it, to be honest. But because he's squad player, I'm happy with that. Philippe Son, it's another defensive midfielder. This guy again can play backup to both the ball winning midfielder and the volante attack. Probably more towards the volante attack, to be honest, but he can cover in that defensive one as well if need be. 21 years old on a free 3k contract, squad player, high professionalism, 15 plus professionalism for his development. He's 3-star with 4 to 5 potential, so there will be some growth in him. He does need some growth, to be honest, so he is a bit of a risk, but he's not a first teamer, so I'm willing to take that risk on him. He's got some good value with his age and stuff. So he just needs some really strong first team football. I signed him from Germany's non-league, which is quite interesting. So we'll see how he gets on as a backup player. Kelechi John for £10,000, well £7,500 rises to 10,000. This is a value for money centre back depth. I've got him on squad player. He's on a lowly £650 a week, which is amazing. So the other option would have been to sign a player of similar quality for free. That would have cost me like 3k wage. I think paying the £10,000 and having him on £650 is a lot better. Hopefully, some bad attributes, some not so great ones. 11 marking's a bit terrible. I always say you don't really need tackling for centre backs. It's more about the interceptions and the headers and stuff. But good physicals, very low wage, 3.5-star player. He's on a squad player contract. Hopefully, just get a season of good backup from him, and then just move him on. Hopefully get the £10,000 back after one season. And we'll see how he does. Leandro Cardoso, advanced forward. Again, another backup player though. I spent £30,000 on him, but it's less than £1,000 wage. So again, nothing special, nothing spectacular, just some depth for it up front for the advanced forward. But again, paying £30,000, but getting a guy who is a third of the wage. I could have got a free transfer guy that was 3k a week. That was similar quality, maybe very slightly better, but that probably works out to being more expensive over the course of the season. He did well in the fourth. He's done well since the start of the game in the 4th division, so he's a 4th division striker. But I think he's got something about him. The biggest worry is the 8 decisions, but I think he's got something about him. He's just got the attributes in the 12s and the 13s in the right places. The 12s and the 13s in the right places. Apart from, obviously, like I said, apart from the decision making. So again, he's on a fringe player. Was he a fringe player contract? Yeah, he's on fringe player, so he might not even be backup. He might be backup to backup. But when I need him, hopefully he does some decent things. And then Alexandru Gita for 100k rises to 250. That is 75k after 50 games, 75k after 50 goals. This guy is for the advanced forward again, but this guy is going to be more in the first team. 3-star current ability, 4-5. He's only 20 years old. High professionalism for his development. Fantastic physicals. He's quick and he's strong. Great technicals, dribbles, finishes, first touch. A little bit of head in there, even though he's only got 8 jump and reach. Mentals need a bit of work. A lot of 10s, 11s, 12s. But if he's got potential, he will grow with first team football. He is on squad player contract. Next season he goes up to regular starter, but I think I'm going to be using him as the first teamer, that advanced forward. I might just get another squad player option just to rotate. So I'll have Gita, Cardoso, and someone else to try and see who can do well in that advanced forward role. But I'm likely going to be starting him despite having squad player contract. Decent wage as well, 2.6k. No minimum fee. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do. So that's what I've currently signed so far and sold so far. We still need a lot of first teamers. I'll go through that in a minute. The deals we've currently got in progress. Leonardo Fernandez. I've kind of gone to the limit on the wages for the AMC position, the left-sided AMC position that I play. His technicals are incredible. A lot of people should know about this guy. He was great last year as well. He's on a free transfer and currently no one else is bidding on him right now. So I'm hoping he accepts and he joins before the first match day. Shoots from distance, comes deep to get ball, killer balls off, and it's perfect for that position that I play. AMC support. Perfect for that position that I play. He could do with a bit more strength and a bit more work rate and like a bit more bravery and something, but so he doesn't get bullied in the ball. But his quality on the ball is so high. So that would be really good when he does sign. Hopefully when he signs. And then strikers. This one I'm not too concerned about. This guy was another one for the advanced forward role. I kind of broke the bank on him again for 6k wage, but to lose an Almira going for him. So I'm not expected to get that. I'm just keeping the bid in just in case it does go through. But I'm not really too concerned about that one. Kiefer Moore is for the poacher role. Not really my first choice. He's 34 years old. His physicals are beyond the decline. He doesn't have much strength, but there's not many big strikers for that poacher role that I can find. So I'm keeping that on the back burner right now. I've delayed it. But he's not the one I want to sign, if I'm honest, because I've gone high on his wage as well. He's not the one I want to sign. And then this Kamba Kalala Tumba is another one for the poacher role with the big striker. He's got some growth, but not 4-5, and he's only 2-star current ability. It's £70,000 and a 3k wage squad player. I've delayed this one as well. Not really who I'd want to get for that role, and because the 18-year-old did so well, I might not need the backup. He might be good enough to be the backup. So I've kind of put that on the back burner as well. The guy that I want for that role, who's still asking for too much money, is this guy. I think he would be perfect for that poacher attack role that wins a lot of headers. I think he would be perfect. But he's still asking for too much money right now. So I'm gonna keep trying for him. But we'll have to see. I've got to keep my options open. So them 2 deals are just sat there being delayed right now. So in terms of the squad, ones that I didn't sell, Dylan Silva's still on a rolling contract. I'm trying to sign him as backup goalkeeper. It'd be great to keep around. I've had him since the first season. It'd be great to keep around as the backup keeper. I know what he can do. I know how decent he is in goal. But right now he keeps asking for an important player. But hopefully now that I've signed a new goalkeeper, he'll be willing to be like, okay, I'll stay as backup. I'll even give him £1,000 a week. I'll even give him a pay rise, but he's just not taking it right now. I kept the third choice keeper, Thiago Goncalves. In the league, he played 4 games in 2 seasons and didn't concede a single goal for me. So he's only on £200 a week, and it's a last year contract. Stay around as third choice. It's fine. Rocher stayed so far. He's that young former Benfica youngster I got on a free last season. I'm expecting a lot of development from him this year. He's an important player, but I don't know if he actually will be an important player. But I'm struggling with defenders. Manso's got 1 year left in his contract. He's going to stay around as backup, right back. Again, proven, been my best player over the last 2 seasons. He should do good when I need him. He should do well when I need him. Last year in contract, I'll probably just let his contract run out on a free. To be honest, unless he performs amazing again, and I will give him a new one then at that point. Obadan, I haven't been able to get rid of Obadan just yet. He's on 6k a week now. He was the Volante attack last year, just wasn't very good. I need to get rid of him. I need to free up that 6k wage, but I'm struggling right now. And Danielson, the guy top goal scorer from last year and the poacher from last year, he might actually be starting in the first team before I sign someone. It's annoying because he was the league top goal scorer, not just my top goal scorer, and nobody wants him. Well, people want him, but they're not willing to pay his wage demands. He's on 3.8k wage, so his wage demands are probably really high. He underachieved his XG. Oh, you can't see it here. He had 18 goals, but his XG was 23. If he'd achieved his XG, I'd probably keep him around. But he was so disappointing. He should have had about 6 or 7 more goals than he did. And he was captain as well last year with that 16 leadership, but I think it's time to get rid of him. But I can't really get rid of him right now. Hopefully that happens. So they're eating up nearly 10k wage, which is extremely frustrating. So in terms of the first team squad, I still need a first team ball playing defender. Yeah, I'll show you the guys that are first team that I've signed. Oh, it's him, and then like him. So if you look at that, I still need a lot of first teamers. So I think I've done pretty well for the depth right now. If I get rid of Obertan and Danielson, that frees up 10k wage, and then I can get some nice, really good players in these roles. We got hopefully Fernandez coming in there. Get some really nice players in these roles, and that should be a pretty strong 11. And then I need some good backup for these two as well. So I need some good backup for them too. And then them first teamers. So I still need about 8 to 10 players. I still need about 8 to 10 players for this to work, to be honest. And I'm dealing with, well, if I get rid of the 2 players that are taking up 10k wage, I'm dealing with 30k wage free. So it's an average of 3k wages each. So it's going to be tricky. It's going to be really tricky. I might be able to adjust the budget a bit more once we get closer to the budget. Once we get closer to the limit, I might be able to adjust the budget a bit more to give myself a bit like another 5,000 wages. But it's going to be interesting. The build is only halfway done. The season starts in 3 days. I've got 4 home games in my first 5, which is good. Hopefully I can pick up some points while I'm still signing people. So yeah, like I said, I went out in the cup because I was playing great players. So the idea is just to not get relegated. The idea is just not to get relegated. I've been looking at the previous years. It's a 34 match season. I'm saying 35 points is the cutoff. 35 points is safety, is what I'm going to say. Is the target 35 points. Try and get myself 10 wins, or 9 or 10 wins is the objective. 9 or 10 wins is what I'm trying to look for. I did a handful of draws. But yeah, this one's been a bit of a long video, guys, to just try and explain all the transfers that I've done. There's still a lot more to come, so today's stream is going to be kind of really, really important. There'll probably be a lot of drama, so it should be interesting. My Twitch link is down below in the description. Leave a like and comment on this video if you wish. And I shall see you guys later on today or in tomorrow's video.